Hey everyone, is your PC stuttering even with a decent graphics card? If you just flipped on the built-in game mode in Windows 11 and hope for the best, you are leaving a ton of performance on the table. That little toggle switch is a good start, but it's definitely not the end of the story. So today, we're going to build a real, custom-tuned Windows 11 gaming preset that will make your games run smoother, faster, and with less input lag. Let's ditch the stutters and build the ultimate gaming environment. First up, let's tackle the built-in tools. We're going to clean up game mode and the Xbox game bar, and more importantly, turn off the features you don't actually need. So head into your Windows settings. Go to gaming and make sure game mode is turned on. Easy enough, but the real magic is in the Xbox game bar settings. If you don't use it to record clips or chat with Xbox friends, you can disable a lot of its background functionality. Specifically, turn off the setting that lets it record things in the background. This can eat up resources. While you're at it, dive into the notification settings for the Xbox app and turn off any pop-ups you do want to see mid-game. We want a clean, distraction-free experience. Next, we're going to stop your CPU and RAM from getting bogged down by nonsense while you're retrying the game. Open up your task manager by pressing Ctrl, Shift, and Escape. Click on the Startup Apps tab. Now, take a good look at this list. Do you really need your printer software, your cloud storage client, or 3 different game launchers all running the second you turn on your PC? Probably not. Disable anything that isn't essential. For things you need sometimes but not while gaming, like creative software or browser updaters, just close them before you launch a game. For a more advanced setup, you could even create a separate gaming user profile on Windows that has almost nothing running at startup, giving you a super clean slate. The goal here is to free up as many resources as possible for your game. Now, let's talk about something just as important as FPS latency. A high frame rate doesn't mean much if your connection is laggy. Smooth online gaming is all about a stable, low-ping connection. The biggest culprit for lag spikes is often background network activity. So, before you start a gaming session, make sure you pause any cloud sync services like OneDrive or Google Drive, and definitely stop any large file downloads or Windows updates. The best thing you can do for your latency is to use a wired Ethernet connection instead of Wi-Fi whenever possible. It's just more stable. If you have to use Wi-Fi, try to be close to your router. As a final small tweak, you can go into your network adapters properties in Device Manager and disable any aggressive power-saving modes. We want that connection to be running at full tilt. With the system cleaned up, it's time to tell your GPU to prioritize your games above all else. Open up your graphics card's control panel. That's the NVIDIA Control Panel AMD software, or the Intel Arc Control Center. In the 3D settings, you'll find a power management mode. Set this to prefer maximum performance. This prevents your GPU from downclocking to save power mid-game, which can cause stutters. Next, look for a low latency mode. NVIDIA has ultra-low latency, and AMD has anti-lag. Turn these on. They help reduce the delay between your mouse click and the action on screen. As for VSync, it's a personal choice, but for competitive gaming, you generally want it off in-game and use G-Sync or FreeSync if your monitor supports it. Finally, be smart about upscaling. If you're playing at 144p or 4K, using DLSS-SR or ZES on a quality or balance setting is a great way to boost FPS without a huge visual hit. Okay, let's make Windows itself lighter so it uses fewer resources during your games. This won't break your normal desktop experience. First, go to your power settings and make sure your power plan is set to balance or best performance, especially when you're plugged in. You never want to be on power saver while gaming. If you're on a lower-end PC, you can get a little extra performance by turning off visual effects. Just search for Adjust the Appearance and Performance of Windows and select Adjust for Best Performance. It makes Windows look a bit basic, but it frees up resources. And here is a crucial one. Make sure your display is actually running at its advertised refresh rate. Go to your display settings, then Advanced Display Settings, and set the refresh rate to the highest value your monitor supports, like 120 or 144 Hz. You'd be surprised how many people forget this step. Finally, let's turn all of these steps into a simple, repeatable routine that you can trigger in just a few seconds. You don't want to manually close 10 apps every time you want to play a game. You can create a simple checklist, but for the tech-savvy, a batch script is even better. You can write a simple script that closes specific programs like your browser and Cloud Sync, then launches Steam or your game of choice. There are also third-party apps that can help you create gaming profiles that do this automatically. The key here is consistency. By using the same clean setup every single time you play, you get predictable, stable performance. No more wondering why your game ran fine yesterday, but is a stuttery mess today. You're in control, and there you have it. Your real Windows 11 gaming mode is now ready. Once you've gone through this setup, you won't have to chase random tweaks or wonder if some background process is ruining your FPS. Your PC will be optimized and ready for action every single time you hit play, giving you the smooth, responsive experience you paid for. Now you can focus on the game itself. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you get more performance out of your rig. If you found this useful, hit that like button and consider subscribing for more PC tips. See you in the next one.